Tuesday,
No,
Wednesday. Wednesday. Wait, hold up.
wait, what day is today? Yes, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Wait, hold up. Bro, since my computer be messing up. But today we got Yafet. Yeah, something wrong with my computer sometimes. But today we got Yafet. He's alumni from, I think, 2021, 2020.
Yeah.
Not summer yet. See, I'm tired already. But, all right. What's up, Yafet? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got done with some homework.
Hi,
Yeah, what about you?
Pretty good. I got done with school like 15 minutes ago. So
Like done, like as in like it's over or just for the day?
just for a day, I still like 2 more weeks.
So you got 2 more weeks? I got 3 more weeks.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
We started late, so we have like an extra 3 weeks of school.
Wait, where do you go?
Antioch.
Where?
Antioch.
Never heard of that.
It's in Antioch because it's the name, but it's tremendous.
Huh?
All right, I go to Antioch High School. It's in Antioch because that's the name of the high school. But yeah, it's by Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's cool. Pittsburgh. A lot of people are from there, like, or that I recently met. Yeah.
Like in PilotCity, like there wasn't a lot of people in PilotCity from Antioch. It was like just me, Hui, Tati, and Tree and Brian that I know of.
Mm-hmm. And they were all from Pittsburgh?
No, we're all from Antioch. A lot of people I know that are in Antioch. I don't think we got into Pittsburgh yet.
Because my boss started her business here from Pittsburgh, I believe.
That's fine. That's what's up. This is pretty close. She's a neighbor.
Yeah.
rival, because we battle with Pitt. We battle with Pitt a lot. Like, because I did wrestling, we had to go to Pitt, and I didn't like, okay, this might be kind of bad, but I didn't like going to Pitt because like they're our rivals, other than Deer Rally. But it was fun. It's tremendous.
All right, cool.
Okay, all right. So you went through an internship in 2020.
Yes.
And that was a very like turning point for PilotCity because we went from having it in person to online. And have you ever done PilotCity before?
No, this was my first time working with them.
Okay. And who'd you do your project for?
Mombon.
What they do? I wasn't sure what they did.
So it was basically like a bunch of students, and we all like worked on different projects individually or in groups. And yeah, we would just like share our process and like our steps that we took, or like each other's like, how do you call it when like you're like in the stages of like working on the website but it's not complete, you know?
Is that
yeah, like basically, and we were just like looking at each other's websites and see how we can improve, and that was super helpful.
Okay, so like what was the task that the company gave you?
Well, for us, it was pretty vague. It was basically design a project to help out your community. And as a like, because I recently took the yoga class that I fell in love with. And then previously to that, I took psychology twice because I failed it the first time. And then I did some research with like yoga and psychology being intertwined. And I don't know, it just stemmed as an idea. And then after I decided to work on a website that like has my core values and like basically information that I wasn't given throughout my lifetime that I recently found out. And I like, if I didn't know this information, then someone else might not know it. So that's why I decided to basically do a website with like core values that are important to me. And I focused on 3 main issues, or not issues, but topics, which were health, like healthy eating habits and how to have a healthy lifestyle, as well as like the yoga research that I conducted and researched on as well. And then the last one was housing assistance or renting assistance, which basically just covered the housing insecurity in my city, East Palo Alto, and how prices have skyrocketed it. I tried to like do like housing assistance And for that, I just basically put the link for one degree, because a lot of people, including myself, were not aware of all the useful resources that one degree offers, because it just has all the resources within your community in one website, which I think is amazing. And I've never heard of that. And I honestly think it's super beneficial to anyone who uses it.
Okay, so it was like a mashup of things to help people. So you had one about healthy eating and healthy lifestyles, and then you had one about the psychology and yoga.
Yes.
I want to learn more about that because I took a psychology class for Yale, and like I was very,
Amazing. Damn.
I went deep into it because like one of my favorite people was a psychologist. I'm not gonna name him because I was not, but I got really into psychology, and I kind of want to know now, what link does yoga and psychology have?
All right. So actually I was researching and doing a lot of I was reading a lot of articles that covered how a lot of veterans benefited from psychology, and a lot of like returning military members who struggled with like PTSD, or basically like trauma from being in the army. Like there was a huge progress that they made that medication wouldn't or doesn't allow for. So I think,
Psychological.
yes, exactly. I think that's amazing. Like yoga being like its own medication, like its own like drug, you know, in the sense that um no other um like no other prescription drug can do, you know. And it's
Right,
free because there's a lot of like YouTubers who offer like yoga classes. But the thing
right.
with that is when you hear the term yoga, or from because I was introducing the website to my neighbors, and I think the main issue was that when you hear the term yoga, you think of like exercise, you know, oh, I don't want to do exercise, oh, I don't want to do this, you know. But it's like even 5 minutes a day or a week is better than nothing. And you know, you slowly build your tolerance up to, yeah, and you just fall in love with it, honestly.
What's the benefit to yoga? Because like I consider myself of a athletic person because I
So,
play like 3 or 4 sports,
yeah.
and like we did yoga for some of them. No,
Mhm.
actually for none of them we've actually done yoga. You always did like cardio or stuff to build strength. Because well, I'm a wrestler and I play football. It's like my whole thing is strength and cardio.
Right. So I think the benefits are like, from my perspective, it definitely helped with sports because I could run longer distances, and it just helps with breathing, which is like super like vague, and you're like, I can breathe, I'm breathing all the time, but it's like there's different types of breathing. Um, and it's, I think that's the main focus of yoga, is the breathing aspect, and it's the most important because like your breath controls your body in a sense, like
Right.
your mind. And as an athlete player, like you like did you feel a difference when you did yoga and you would be out in the field or not, versus like when you stopped doing it or like not did it as often?
Okay, I stopped doing yoga in middle school. Like we weren't required to do yoga
Mhm.
in high school, but like for breathing, I felt like I know how breathing like affects the body because like after wrestling, we have to take showers immediately or we get ringworm. And coach would tell us, go take a cold shower after practice. It will help you tremendously. So then I looked up videos how to take cold showers because taking a cold shower just out of like just going in, it does not work. It hurts
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So like I looked up videos and it said breathe out through your nose, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth to slow down your body and get calm and say like a mantra in your head. And it actually helped me with running because in wrestling, we have to run more than anyone. Like we run like 4 miles a day. And then we have to
4 miles a day. That's
we have to go run the track
crazy.
and like we'd have to we have to do stairs and we'd also have to run in the wrestling room. And it's a lot of running. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
no,
running and carrying people.
it's definitely a day.
So I see how like that helps. I might try yoga before I go back to wrestling because I didn't do wrestling this year, but next year I have to because I feel like I need my body back in shape.
Yeah. I
So
think oh,
I
sorry.
want to do yoga. Like I might start doing yoga before school
Yeah.
starts. I might.
Yeah, I stopped doing yoga as well, just because you know you get caught up with life, and like once you like fall off, you slowly start like falling off even more, And like now I'm at the point where I like completely stopped. And yeah, I definitely noticed a huge difference. Like I'm less like usually like once I exercise, then like the next day I feel like full of energy and stuff. Like I can tackle anything. And I definitely noticed like a difference now. Like I'm like a little bit slower in my attention speed. I'm more like lazy. And yes, I would definitely say that I'm more lazy. Like, and I tend to put everything off. Whereas when I was doing yoga and exercising, I would like, I would want to like do everything sooner rather than later.
All right. I think I heard something where yoga helps with stress. I think
Yeah.
well, it doesn't work for me because like when I'm stressed, I just work. Like I'm a workaholic.
Really?
Oh, you should see me. Okay, I wake up at six, and then like I get on the computer, work a little bit, then I do school, and then I work out depending on which days I work, because I work on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So if I'm not working, I'll go out and try to exercise, and then I'll do more work, and then do my online course for cybersecurity, and then I would go do a lot of other stuff to keep myself busy, because
Right.
I don't like doing nothing.
Mm,
Life's too short to be doing nothing.
right. I think sometimes you need to like give yourself that time to find passions that you like. But it seems to me like that's kind of I don't know, I may be wrong, but like it seems like you're passionate about like wrestling and football and like cybersecurity.
Well, yeah,
Um,
because for me, like I want to learn cybersecurity because I want to start a cybersecurity business when
well,
I'm out of high school.
that's
But
awesome.
the thing is, the only reason I want to do it is because what happened with the pipeline and what just happened with like the meat, like the company that got hacked, the meat company. So I'm like, if I develop something for them, that's a problem because that's one of the things on how to start a business, find a problem and solve it.
Right.
So like my thing would be to make a firewall that's unhackable, or how I'm not gonna say my whole idea on here because
Yeah,
because
no, yeah,
I
save it
told
for
this
a
I told it to my
surprise.
mentor and she said it was a great idea and keep it. So I wrote it down in a notebook and that's gonna be which one? Just watch. Just watch. Give it
Okay,
about two or
I'll be
3 years. You'll
watching.
hear me on the news.
All right, I'll be
Young black
watching.
kid, young black kid just made cybersecurity breakthrough. Watch. You're just gonna hear.
Breakthrough.
Watch, you're gonna hear. I have two ideas
I
for
know nothing
cybersecurity.
about cybersecurity, so
Me either, so
I'm
I'm
good,
taking a
but I'll be
course.
watching.
Me either. That's why I'm taking the course. But it's gonna be, but I might like it's kind of hard doing all this stuff because like people are always telling me to be a teenager and I'm not sure what that means.
Be a teenager?
Yeah, like I'm trying to be a kid, I think.
Right.
But
So I think like, or because my mom tells me that all the time, but like the opposite, she will like grow up. So I feel like I'm very knowledgeable in that aspect. I think for me, it basically means like, I don't know, just do the things that you love, basically. Like, like for me, like I saw like an influencer on social media. She was around my age and she was like playing with dolls. And when I was younger, like as a guy, you're like, oh, like, my parents would be like, oh, you can't play with dolls, or like, oh, you can't buy dolls. And now I'm a little bit older, so I can like do what I want, kind of in a sense. So I started playing with dolls and collecting them. And like, I'm like doing a bunch of research of how expensive they are in a few years. So like they're kind of investments within themselves. Um, but I think being a kid is basically like do what makes you happy, because like once you get to like a certain age and like you get stuck in a 9 to 5 job, I feel like
oh
that's
no,
gonna
I'm
be
never
the
gonna
rest
do
of
that.
your life.
That's one thing. I promised myself I will never work for someone else that's not benefiting me and it's only benefiting them. And
Right.
then also I don't want people I'm very I would say egotistical. I know it's not good, but then I feel like I'm very egotistical.
I
So
mean, I think
I
it's
have a big
good.
ego. I have a big ego. And I kind of want to do my way things my way. And I
Right.
want to lead people. And one person that I listened to, his name was Dan Pena. He says leadership is getting people to do something that you want them to do it when you tell them to do it.
Oh,
And
wow.
I want to be like that. Like that's like I want to be at the head. I don't like being at the bottom. I like being at the top.
Yeah, definitely.
I like
I mean,
have my own office where I can have my feet up and no repercussions. I have my feet up drinking club soda and doing nothing.
I think that's one of the great things of being in Pilot City was you get to see like you get a sense of empowerment and like how would I say this? You're like you get this mindset like yes, you can change the world, you know, like because being like a teenager, you feel like you don't have any power in the world or like you can't like cause the change that you want to see because of like you're limited, you know, like right now the people in power are like I don't know, like Donald Trump, for example, like he just made a mockery of the USA. And it's like, how can he get away with like all the stuff that he does or all the things that he did, you know? And that just makes you question like who really is in power and what they're using it for. Whereas like I think our generation is gonna be the leader because like, you know, like we're already like trying to see change and advocate. And you know, like this is gonna sound super bad, but you know, they're slowly gonna die off or like, you know, retire and then we're gonna be able to cause that change in a sense or like take over, which I can't wait for and to see like at least from like you seeing you like how you already want to see change and like I don't know, I think everyone's ready for it. It's whether like I think because think about it, like San Jose, like Cesar Chavez was able to rally up so many people, you know, for one cause. And now I'm thinking about it like, oh, like, how did he do that without social media? You know, like, how did he get millions of people? I don't know. The
Well, because
statistics
if
maybe.
when okay, back then it was easier to talk to people face to face, and
Yeah,
now it's easier to text people. I think that's like the downside of like having phones and also having instant communication, because we lose that sense of I think it take away a percentage of humanity.
yeah. And it's like, I don't know, like, now with social media, why aren't we like rallying what we want to see changing, you know? Like, how did he do that without social media?
Well, for me, I don't like going on social media a lot because on social media, it's like there's too many people caring about everything else but themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
So like, I had to stay off of it. Like if I text my friends, don't text me, call me, please. I hate text. Don't text me at all. Just call me, please.
What?
Just call me. I hate texting.
Yeah.
I hate texting. I I can FaceTime you. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I love FaceTime.
But sometimes, like people FaceTime me out of nowhere. I'm like, please tell me before you FaceTime me. That's the only
Yeah.
time you tell me before you call me. That's the only time I want to see a text. But for me, I I've heard like a lot of our generation don't want to take on like family businesses. I think that's gonna harm like people a lot.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. But you know, on the bright side of that, a lot of schools offer like classes that can cause change. Like I took in high school, I took environmental science or chemistry, as well as marine biology, and like the fact that they offered those classes to me was amazing because like that's a huge topic that you don't really see on the news, like the pollution aspect and the climate change aspect. Like I think that's something that I would love to see our generation handle. And it's a tough
You would
topic.
love Edge. You would love Edge. That's all we talked about. Like the first thing
Really?
that one of the things that Evan told us is he told us something to scare us, and it scared me a lot. Like the weights. I hate the name because I can't say it. The weights glacier. He was talking about that a lot. He said when it drops, it's gonna be a lot of problems. And all I thought of was ideas on how to like combat those problems. And I think that's where like people like kind of are like going off. I think that's where our generation is like going lost. Like we panic too much. We panic a lot instead of actually figuring out ways to solve problems
Right.
or
I,
without
I
talking to
heard
each other.
I heard an article that there was technology being created. I don't know if it was released yet, but it's basically a huge machine that's able to freeze water in the ocean and turns it into ice. So hopefully that'll like at least slow down the climate change. And yeah,
But like the thing is, climate change is not going to really affect our generation because we'll be dead by the time like anything major happens. That's the only thing I have like against climate change is that's not going to really affect me. It might affect my great
you don't
grandkids.
think so? I mean, the thing about climate change, it's like it's unexpected, you know, like nature's unexpected. Like you'll never know when it's gonna happen. And I think that's the thing that scares
And
me the
when it
most.
happens, I'll adapt. Like that guy from X-Men that adapts to everything. I forgot what his name is.
Wait, from the guy from who?
X-Men. Like,
X-Men?
have you ever watched X-Men First Class?
I watched it, but what
Okay,
guy
the
are you
guy who
talking
can
about?
turn into like he put his head in the fish bowl and turned into a fish. The black
No, I don't
dude
remember
that
that
died.
scene.
I forgot who killed him. Well, he can adapt to anything. That's how I'm gonna be. I'm just gonna
You're gonna
adapt.
turn into a fish.
Yeah, no, not that far. I'm not gonna turn to fish. I don't like water. I love the beach. I hate water.
Same. It's beaches here are freezing. I've never been to a warm water beach. That's like my dream.
No, I
Warm.
love beaches. Like beaches and sunsets. I love it. And sunrises. I like doing that and taking photos of those. But I just don't like water because I can't fight against it. So I don't like water.
Oh yeah, get a surfboard.
I'm afraid of water. Like ever since I'm still afraid of water. I'm afraid to drown and I can't swim.
Well, the surfboard has like a little like dangly thing that's attached to your leg, so you won't drown.
That's even worse. That means when the water takes me, the surfboard's gonna come with me and hit me in the head so I have a concussion and
Oh my
drown.
god, that's my worst fear. That's literally my worst fear. Like that's gonna hurt.
I don't surf. This is what parents tell me. I'm not sure if it's just black parents, other parents. They say go knee deep. Like that's it. Don't go past. Like I said, don't go past
Go
your
knee
knees.
deep. Go knee deep.
That's it. They said anything else, you're dead. Anything else, we can't swim. So you're go. Let's go.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
doesn't your body naturally float when you? I don't know. My
When you
body.
die, it naturally floats when you die.
Oh yeah.
But like if you can't swim, you just gonna sink.
Yeah, I could only swim. I can't really float. Like, you know how some people are just able to float in the pool, like in the middle of the
I mean,
pool?
I was taught how to float, but then that takes
You know how
breathing. I know how to float, but everything else takes breathing. And if water even comes up to here, I panic. Seriously, I panic. Water and me do not get it well unless it's like drinking water.
Bruh, drinking water, seriously.
That's the only thing I drink. I don't drink juice, or unless like I make it and it's natural. I don't drink water.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Because like if I drink like sugary drinks, I'll feel like throwing up.
Really? I've
Yeah,
never
like if
heard
I
of
drink
that.
like if I have like Minute Maid, I feel like throwing up. Like I have to have water
There's like, I
after.
feel like Minute Maid's like a highly processed juice. I don't
Oh,
know.
definitely.
Definitely?
Chemicals,
Yeah.
everything's in there. From like someone's dead ants probably in there, but probably like a finger, some toes, mixed in the process.
No wonder that. I
I
think that's
can't
what I
crack
tasted
Minute
last
Maid.
time.
But I thought I saw a podcast, but it was I don't do well with like certain foods because then I feel like I'm going to throw up. I don't do well with wild food, but seafish I can handle seafood though. I love seafood.
I can't do seafood.
I love seafood. Like we just had crab like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We just had my auntie came over and made some crab. It was tremendous.
How does crab taste? I've never had it.
What? You never had crab?
I've never had crab.
It's
The only
tremendous.
seafood I've had is shrimp. That's about it. Yeah.
Shrimp. They're a chicken of seafood. Everyone has it. Everyone has had it. They're a chicken of seafood. But
Chicken of seafood.
I'm not sure how to explain it. It's just tremendous. That's the only way I can explain it. So I explain everything. It's tremendous. Looks like life. Tremendous.
All right. I like that. I'll take it.
Okay.
What
One
was
thing I want to
what was
ask you
like
is go ahead.
I was gonna ask you like what was like your best memory of Pilot City? Like the best experience or memory?
Okay. There's a lot of them. I'm gonna go through my top 2. Number 1, it probably was I think you were here doing the real talk.
Real
You were
talk.
there. Like
Yeah.
we were with Monica and a whole bunch of other people, and we stayed up. I'm not sure if you stayed up with us, but we stayed up like 12 or like 1 o'clock, just talking and having a conversation. And then
No,
me and some like other kids from Pilot City, we talked about psychology and then like totalitarianism. And then like we had a whole 3-hour conversation, and everyone was starstruck because they didn't understand a word that we were saying.
Really? Oh my
Okay, I don't
god.
think you were there for that one. You know what? You probably
No,
were.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
Okay, it was probably after you left. Because like it was me and I forgot who else, but it was us just talking, having a full-on conversation about society and everything. But then it was tremendous. I think that's how everything should be conducted. We should like everything should be a big conversation.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like my first time, because we had to use Discord, like everyone in Pilot City had to use Discord, and I was like new to Discord, like I've never used it, and I thought it was amazing because everything is like live, you know, like everyone's like online, like at the moment, and like I remember like the bake off was so cool, like you got to see everyone and like what they baked, like I don't know, I just loved using Discord, and I think Discord and Pilot City, I think they go hand in hand because like I think they really go well together.
I also do want to go back. Like, I want to actually go to the gate because I keep on hearing Tatiana talk about that, and
The
everyone,
gate?
like all the alumni, like it's like a building that we used to go to have like have our, you know how like we have pinup day
Yeah.
and like the different days to mark our projects. Like that's
Mhm.
what we would do it at, and we would have like seminars and talks and like panels, and it was tremendous. Like, if all right, we just went to airtime. I'm not sure if you were there, but we just had Pilot airtime last weekend, and I conducted a panel with Debbie Acosta and my teacher Jason Ebner. And I do just imagine us at the gate, like at that platform that I saw in the pictures, be me,
Yeah.
Debbie, and Ebner just sitting there and just talking with microphones like this. And like that's my dream.
Damn. I think coronavirus like definitely boosted podcast, and like because I've been listening to them more and more often, and I'm like they're perfect for like homework or like you know when you're busy and you just need like not music because you feel like you get tired of music once you're like on Spotify too much, and I think
Oh, I don't use
podcasts
Spotify because I don't pay for premium. I don't use Spotify. I don't pay for premium. I go on YouTube
it's
and
free.
premium. Like I can't skip past 6 songs.
Really?
I can't.
Because I
All right.
don't like I don't see the payments pop up. I don't want to jinx it, but like at the moment, I haven't seen Spotify. Like I haven't seen the payment pop
Watch
up on my
after this, you'll
thing.
see it. After this, you probably see it. You have no idea, but you'll see it. But like for me, I go on YouTube and I just put in, I love, all right, let me backtrack. I love music because, and I play 4 instruments, play guitar,
Yeah, I saw it.
violin, piano, and drums. So
That's 4.
I know I said 4.
Oh, I thought you said 3.
So when I listen to music and I don't have any drums or piano in here, so I usually like plug in my guitar and just play with the songs.
Oh, that's cool. It's like you're your own band with all the 4 instruments.
Well, yeah, or like I'll call my friend Dominic, and we'll just play guitars together.
Whoa.
Or like when I listen to podcasts, I listen to like the same podcast over again. I listen to Tiger Belly,
Wait, the same person or like the same
same
episode?
podcast. Like I listen to like the same podcast, like my same top 5 podcasts. The Church What's Happening Now / Uncle Joey's Joint. Then I have Joe Rogan. Then I have Tiger Belly, Bad Friends, and then what's the other one? I can't remember the name. Oh, and Suburban Boys.
Oh, what are they about? Are they like all the same category? Like, or are they different?
Kind of, cause like 3 of them are 4 of them are comedians. Like they talk to other comedians, other people. And I
Oh,
listen to Joe Rogan because he has a lot of people on there that I like. And then also Joey Diaz because he's just funny. He's just like when I'm down, I need someone to laugh to. I have to listen to the Church What's Happening Now.
that's noted. That's deeply noted.
Okay, if you're all right, if you're sensitive to a lot of things, don't listen to it. Like if you can't handle dark humor or like nasty jokes, just don't watch
Bruh.
I'm telling you, you will if you're not ready, you will be scarred.
Really?
You will be scarred, yeah.
You need to be mentally stable for him. I'm just kidding.
Yes, you do. You actually need mental stable to listen to Joey Diaz and his stories of growing up in the 70s, listening to like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, and also doing certain things in that time period.
I've never
And
heard of him before.
well, he's like a comedian. He's not, to me, he's the funniest man on earth, but he's not really mainstream because of how he does comedy. Let's just say, let's put it like that.
Okay,
How he
okay.
does comedy.
Yeah,
Let's
I
put it
get
like
what you're
that.
saying.
But I want to ask you about the other thing you did other than PilotCity.
Oh yeah. So the other thing that I'm working on currently is I'm really passionate about fashion. It's always like like ever since I was little, like I knew I wanted to work in the industry, and like I never thought it was possible until like I've grown up and I'm able to like work and like use that money to use it for the things that I want to work on. And I decided to, because I did a whole research topic on like fast fashion and like how they violate like labor laws and like how people die from that, and like it's just a negative space to be in, because like it's impacting the environment and like humans as well, and it's like it's sad because like how news is. It's always like it's like one topic's hot and then it's like, okay, what happens, like what's the next drama. But it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, that really hit me because there's like people dying out there and like their human rights being violated, and I'm just like, that just made me like look at like my spending habits, and I'm like, whoa. And then that's when I recently started like going to thrift stores. And I haven't been to the mall in like 3 years. Like if I do, it's just to look. But like thrift stores
What a
have
thrift
so
store?
much.
I haven't. Okay, a lot of people talk about thrift stores. Like one of my friends talk about thrift stores,
Yeah,
and I don't know what that is.
you don't know what that is? It's
No, I
basically
shop
a
at the
bunch
same
of
places
what
online.
places online? Like
I,
what?
okay, for me, like there's this thing that Derek. Okay, I was making merch for PilotCity at the beginning of the year, and Derek gave us his fabric company. I can't remember the name, but like I buy stuff from there, and also I wanted, and then like Old Navy, Macy's, Adidas, and Nike mostly.
Yeah. So like basically brands that everyone uses. Literally
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah, the usual stuff for
Yeah.
a teenager.
Yeah. But thrift stores are basically a bunch of donations from like um once people, I feel like when people die off and like how like they leave all their belongings, I feel like that's the main donations. But it's basically like when you have like too much stuff in your closet you want to make space for, you get rid of clothes, and
Yeah,
then instead of
I can
throwing them
see.
away, you
Oh, you
donate
should see
them.
my closet. You should see my closet. I have so much stuff in there. Like I
Yeah.
could throw away. Like I have my gown
I
from fifth grade.
really, fifth grade.
Yes.
There's just some things you cannot let go of.
No. I just have nowhere to put it. I wanted. Okay, elementary school wasn't the best time for me, so like I don't remember that. Like if I could give that away, I would. My cousin's about to graduate. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give that to him.
There's a good gift.
And
But
no, I said it.
you
Well,
want
for
to know
him,
the
I said
crazy
if he gets
part
straight A's,
about
I was going to give him Legos, but I'm not sure I'm not sure what his grades are right now. Actually, I gotta check. But
oh,
go
that's
ahead.
good. The crazy part about thrift stores, it's like I told my mom, oh, let's go to the thrift store. And she's like, I don't want to put on someone's like old clothes. But the thing is, some of the clothes still have tags. And like surprisingly, there's like luxury brands there that are authentic. Like I found a $10 Louis Vuitton bag. And then I went online to check if it was authentic, and it was. And I was just like, I got this for $10. And like the price is only gonna keep on increasing. But basically, Heartbeat 650 is the name of my brand. And I go through thrift stores and get clothes that I would wear or fabrics that I like. And then I just like redesign it to like something that I would wear. Like some of the clothes, it's mostly like lounge wear and like festival clothes.
Festival? What's festival clothes?
Yeah,
Like I don't know what festival clothes are. I've been to like one festival in my life.
it's like short, showy, kind of.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, I get it. I get it.
like club wear, kind of. Yeah.
I haven't been to one, so I wouldn't know. Like,
Same.
okay, when you like festival wear, like have you ever watched Rio? Like the movie Rio?
Oh yeah, I remember Rio.
Okay, like Carnival. Like that's what I imagine.
Yeah, kind of, but like just t-shirts and skirts.
Okay,
Cause like they
okay.
have like feathers coming out and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean like super extreme. Not like Elton John stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. So
That's what's up,
hopefully
man.
I start selling some clothes. If not, I mean, if nothing sells, I'm still having hella fun. Like I love it. And if anything, I'm gonna wear the clothes that don't sell. But
That,
hopefully.
that's what I think. Or like go like people outside of your like outside of your like normal comfort zone.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I think that's what you should do because like you never know who would actually buy it.
Yeah. And I mean, they're mainly online, which is good because like everyone's online nowadays. Like I don't want to say who doesn't have a phone, but like seriously, who doesn't have a phone? I heard of a statistic that was like there's more phones than there is toilets, which I thought was pretty crazy. Cause it's like How are you
I
gonna
mean,
have
you
a
can make a
phone?
phone and like it'll take like 5 minutes to make a phone with mass manufacturing, but then
Really?
I think
What?
so. Might take a little more time, but you can make a lot of phones in one day. But
Damn.
for
That's crazy.
toilets, I think it's kind of harder
Right, because
because
think
like you
about it.
gotta install them, get the plumbing working, get the
Yeah.
water system working.
Like you need running water stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, I
I'm
can see
sorry, Ebner. I didn't pay attention on the plumbing section of building a tiny home, but I didn't.
I
At
love
that point, I
tiny
was
homes.
working on my toolkit. At the time, I was working on my project for PilotCity, but no, I was like
Are you
continuing it after
hopeful?
PilotCity started ended.
Like one thing I can't wait for Pilot City is to see like the new ideas and like the new alumni. Like I can't wait to see like what
Oh,
they
should come to
create.
airtime. There are so many. Okay, I think some of them are on YouTube. Like go to the Whiteboard Podcast, and
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see
I think
projects.
I think his name's Derek. Oh my god, if I'm wrong, I hope he doesn't kill me.
CEO. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Derek.
think he
Yeah,
uploads them on YouTube because I'm subscribed,
yeah.
and I've been seeing like there's so many videos like coming out. Like,
Oh, we did a bunch of them this weekend. He beat me because we had a contest of who's going to do more podcasts, and he did them because he knows more people. But I'm
oh,
gonna get him next. I'm gonna get
so
him
it's
next
like
year.
an
I'm gonna get him
unfair
next year. I'm gonna
advantage.
just get him. I was trying to get him in general with all the Pilots Log podcasts, but it's it was tremendous. Like seeing how many people had projects and how many people thought really thought out about the projects.
Yeah, no,
Like
exactly.
helping people. Like I helped the team. I helped a few teams. And like the way they talk about their projects, I was like, I should have thought of that. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah,
But
like even like within last summer, like I was just mind blown at like these ideas that were being invented by like the youth, and that just made me super hopeful for the future. Because like right now, like the state of our country, it could be a lot better. I think people are just being greedy at the moment, or yeah,
my mentor told us that like the world's going down the crapper very, very fast.
yeah,
But I agree with him, and like I'm in the middle of agreeing with him and not agreeing with some points. But I agree with him mostly.
wait, yeah,
Like
I
most
agree
of the
with that.
world, it's going down the crapper. I can believe that.
Yeah, I mean, it
But
takes
not in my time though.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna like try to prevent it.
technology is like, I feel like that's gonna help us a lot with a lot of problems that we're facing.
But then that brings a whole lot more problems too, though. That's the only problem I have with it. My problem with technology is like it takes a piece of humanity and it gives
No, oh
people
wow, yeah, I completely agree. And yeah, I forgot about
people
that.
are on it too much. Like I seen this quote, I forgot where.
I think
It was
it's
on the
like,
church. It was happening now. It was Joy Diaz who said this. He
okay,
said he was quoting someone. I forgot who he quoted, but he said technology is what you did to escape from the real world, but now the real world is what you do to escape from technology.
whoa.
And
Wait,
I'm like,
repeat that
bro,
again. Repeat that
so true.
again. That
Okay,
sounded
so
PG.
it's technology was used to distract from the real world, and now you use the real world to distract from technology.
Whoa, I never thought of that.
Like I had to I deleted all social media for a year. Like
How
during
was
wrestling,
that? How was that?
oh, it was tremendous.
No, I
I'm
bet.
like, there was no drama. There was no drama. Like I didn't have to hear people fighting. Unless it was like at my school, but I didn't really care. Like I didn't
Yeah.
have people fighting. I don't hear about nobody and their boyfriends, their girlfriends. I didn't care. I just didn't care. It was just me, my friend group, and a wrestling group. Well, and then it was just
No
us,
distractions, basically, huh?
right? And I can just work on school and like work on my businesses, like study. Like I was studying Robert Kiyosaki and Dan Pena all day. If it wasn't in class, that's what I was doing. Instead of being on social media, wasting my time
I
and my
mean,
life that I would not be getting back.
with social media being such like a huge like part of everyone's daily life, like you don't think it could help some of your businesses?
It can for marketing, but like I'm saying personally,
Oh
for
yeah,
me,
like in the
and
person.
like from God, I hate saying mental health, but my mental capacity, it's not gonna work for me.
Yeah, I agree. And I
Unless I
think
see
like
Joey Diaz, like he has daily quotes that he puts on Facebook and he screenshots them and puts them on his Instagram, and it actually helps him through the day. I can't
yeah,
speak them
no,
on
I think
here
that's one of the
because
great
there's a lot of
things.
words. It's a lot of words that you can't say in the PG uh a PG podcast. Let's put it like that. But
Okay.
it helps you through the day though.
That's good. I think at least for like, okay, I don't want to put anyone on the spot, but like based on what I'm witnessing right now with technology, it's like my parents work like 9 to 5 jobs, sometimes even like longer, and like they're not always home. So I could only imagine like how many other families are like in the same like boat as me. And it's kind of like scary to see like the amount of time kids like, in elementary or like even like kids, like I didn't get a phone till like freshman year of school. And like, it's like, like younger kids are just being given phones, and like that's scary because parents, like at least like my parents, they're not able to monitor like the amount of time my little brothers are on, like social media or like basically the virtual world. And that's like nerve-wracking to me because I'm like, there's a lot of people, low income families that they can't watch their kids. So it's like, they're not, if they can't watch their kids, they're not going to be able to watch the amount of time that they're being spent, that the amount of time that they have spent on like video games or social media. And there's parent controls, but I feel like a lot of people don't know about those, or like I think parent
They just
controls
don't
can
care.
be stronger. Yeah.
Most people like they probably just don't care, but then I don't really care about how much time they spend. Like if I had kids, and I don't know who these two turn off, but if I had kids, like my kids, they wouldn't have social media until like they're adults. But for me, I don't care what you're doing on like electronics or on the internet, as long as you're learning something from it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if they're learning how to do quantum computing, or like learning how to hack a server, or learning how to build infrastructures online, or learning how to build a business, I'm fine with that. Like you can be in your room all day. I don't want to see you
Yeah.
until you come to me with a solid business plan. That's how it will be. And then like I'll have my kids homeschooled, so they'll be on the computer like mostly all day, and like there'll be like a 2 hour time period where they go out and exercise or play sports, and then
I
like
love that. Yeah.
they would learn more than like the school system. Like I feel like if the school system, it's too slow and doesn't really work anymore.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really work. It works for in some aspects, but it doesn't help all students.
No, I agree. Like my elementary experience was like, I feel like it was a daycare basically. Just say that.
Well, my elementary experience was pretty cool. Like, okay, all right, it wasn't like I had a bad experience. It's just like I didn't like my teacher. But then, like after school, during like, because I was in YMCA after school, and that was like the best part of my day because like we had this teacher, Mr. Ron. He was like the best person in the world. He gave us he would joke on us. Sometimes he would give us food, and then sometimes like if we were like the good kids in class, he would give us Legos.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So like he would, and like he loved anime and comic books. So he would like give us like his books that he doesn't want. Like he gave me like a few Naruto books or Naruto mangas. And like I read both. I lost them, but I read both of them, and like it had a poster in it. And I feel bad because I lost it. But like he was probably say one of the best parts of my childhood. Like Mr. Ron just talking about us, like he called us every name in the book, like every name imaginable that you can call a kid, he called us it. No,
Mr.
but
Ron.
it helped me. It actually helped me because like in second grade, I was a kid with no friends. Like I had no friends. But then
Same.
like he helped me like get out my shell and like start to play more sports. And then also I love Star Wars. I still love Star Wars. And like he started like a club for me, like a sci-fi club, and we watched the whole Star Wars animated series on it there. It was like if I go back to San Francisco, or I think it was in Daly City, but if I go to Daly City or San Francisco, I see him, I thank him for that.
Wait, what?
Or if I go back to San Francisco, or when I go back and I see him again, I thank him for it.
Take him to work?
No, I thank him for it.
Oh, thank him for it. Sorry. I'm like,
It's all good. It's all good.
No, yeah, I think there's a lot of great teachers, but I feel like there's also like teachers that take advantage of their position. And it's weird because like you decided to be a teacher and like you're abusing your power. I don't know. Like, have you had one of those?
Yes, I don't go into it because it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
We can talk about it, like,
could
later. But
imagine.
I had like a few. It was only one teacher. It was my fifth grade. It was in fifth grade. But then, like, he was a good teacher, but he know how really to handle kids. Like, he wasn't equipped to be a teacher. He was more like, I think he was better as like an army officer. He should be like an army officer, to be honest. I think he was in the army too. I think Mr. Ron told me that he was in the army because like I would have problems in this class a lot, and like Mr. Ron would have to take me out of class because like
Really?
he would take me out of class. Like he would have to, and like later he explained to me why he was like that. I'm like, oh, but still he was a jerk sometimes.
Damn.
I don't know where he is now, but then like if I see him, I would apologize to him though.
Yeah, I need to give out a lot of apologies myself.
Like that's one teacher. I want to other teachers like me. I want other teachers. I like them except for like my drama teacher, and like I like my drama teacher in middle school. So like I lowered my reading score to get out of the class.
Wait, what?
Like I like my drama teacher, so like you know how like we have to do like the reading test to determine your reading score. It's like I lowered my reading score to get out of that class so I can go into like the Excel reading class. But then like that teacher, I love Miss Levine because she had like her cookies were the best. Her chocolate chip cookies they're the best. So like I like this class. I love her class. We read so many books. It was just fun. I can't I have to go back to San Francisco. I have to thank all those people when like COVID's done. I go back to my middle school and thank all those people.
Yeah. Teachers are a huge part of our life. I mean, you're with them like for a whole year.
And like some of my teachers, I plan to like on my desk, I have a picture of me and my teacher of when we went to like when we did a performance in like 7th grade because I used to dance. And like I taught them how to dance. And like that picture of us in like a tux from the performance, I have it on my desk right now. I'm not gonna show it because 7th grade me wasn't like the best me, so I'm not gonna show it.
Oh.
But it's tremendous, man. It's tremendous. Life. It's just life.
Yeah. Do we have a time limit? I think it's been an hour.
It's not been an hour. It's close to an hour. And then like also a podcast in like 30 minutes. Like the next 30 minutes. So yes, I think we should cut off right here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yafet, for coming. Wait, how do you say your name? Because I have never.
No, you actually said it like perfectly. Like usually people like always mess it up, but like you said it right.
Oh, thank you for telling me. Cause like I thought I was getting it wrong all year.
No.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking out time of your day and your life to come and talk to me.
Yeah, likewise. I really enjoyed this. You know, like with COVID, like you don't have as many friends. And I don't know, like speaking with you and like talking with you was really good. And I really
made more friends during COVID than like ever. But really? Yes, I have. I think I have. But PilotCity,
cannot relate. Oh, but I'm glad you made friends.
Thanks.
I feel like I lost all my friends during COVID, but I guess
I lost some
friends.
No, I haven't lost any friends. I lost friends when I moved to Severn. I lost friends when I moved, but that's a different story. Different podcast. All right.
No storyteller.
no storyteller. Like, we don't have time for this. But okay. So all right, I'll see you guys.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming, man. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys like 30 more minutes because we have Sean Yu next.